Hello, I'm Kevin Name, and this is my presentation on how to program a tic-tac-toe game in Java. In this game, you can choose to play against a human or a computer on a board that is numbered 1 through 9. You cannot choose a space that has already been selected. The game will tell you to choose another space. If the game is ended in a win or a draw, you can, however, play again. An early design decision was to create the game board with numbers rather than spaces. Since the user can't use a cursor or a touchscreen to enter their selection, the numbers made the instructions to the user clearer and simpler. I use an array for the game board and a random number generator for the computer input, limiting the numbers from 1 through 9. The program uses a counter to keep track of how many moves the players have made. I struggled early on with trying to use a Boolean variable that would tell me if someone won. When I couldn't get that to work, I started to redesign the game. That fixed some problems, but as with most fixes, this would create new ones down the line. I ended up using methods to decide if the game ended in a win or a draw. If a win, the check win method would trigger and call on another method to write out the winning player. And as shown here are the two methods in my check win method. The player turns counter is used to see if there's a draw or to figure out who's the winner. If it reaches 9 without a win, then the game is a draw. If there is a winning condition, the program uses player turns and the remainder operator to see if there was an even or odd number of moves. If it's an odd number, player 1 wins. If it's even, then player 2 or the computer wins, depending on which mode was selected. And as you can see here is my check tie method to see if there's a tie in the game, and my print winner method for if there's a winner, and to print out who won with the operator for remainders being set to even, so the game can print out player 2, and an else statement saying that 1 can be printed out. I struggled early on with getting this section of the code to play against the computer to work. First, I had problems with the random number generator program would just not print out the number that the generator produced. I figured that this was with how to do ASCII was implemented in Java. Once I figured that out, I was able to move on with the rest of the program. Then I encountered another problem. This time, the computer seemed to go crazy at the end of the game in any condition. It appeared to be in an endless loop that would just print out you're playing against a computer over and over again, and I'd have to manually terminate the program. When I was finally able to successfully play against the computer, I felt like Boris from GoldenEye, as pictured here, before being doused in liquid nitrogen. My biggest frustration was with the play again section. It works, but the code is very inefficient, very inelegant, and only barely object-oriented. I tried a number of methods and switches, but I think I need to redesign the structure of my program to be more truly object-oriented. If I had more time, this is definitely the first thing I would do with the redesign. The thing that was most fun, or as I would put it, most satisfying, was troubleshooting all these different problems. It felt great to figure out the solution and be able to move forward with programming, whether the problem was minor or major. Each time I fixed something, I felt invigorated and was ready for more that the program could throw at me. And now for a demonstration of my game where I play against a human who is played by me as well, try to enter non-numerical values, and try to select occupied spaces. As you can see, the game has already begun. Press yes, ask for a human player, and now I enter each square slowly. As you can see, I've entered a number that's already been taken. As you can see, I was able to get the program to run and print out different boards for each player move. And now I've entered a number that's already been taken, and the program is asking me to choose another one. And now for an invalid selection. Now if I were to press anything that isn't yes, the game ends. Thank you for watching this video presentation on Java.